Representative Mohammed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Hennessy, for your testimony. I think your testimony can be boiled down to three main things: decriminalization, jobs, social equity. I think you said it perfectly. Thank you for your testimony. I'll reiterate again that I will be at the town hall. I'm hoping more and more members of this committee will be there as well. Thank you.
Representative Sonnenberg with a question.
Yes, Mr. Hennessy, thanks for your time and for coming in today and making the trip down from Cleveland. Just from a brief, like scientifically standpoint, you said hemp could clean, that's your nickname, sorry. How does growing hemp clean up like an area that's like East Palestine that has contamination?
So we know a lot of the issue with East Palestine is the chemicals that are in the ground. As I elaborated on a little bit before, we actually use cannabis or hemp, which is the same plant, by the way. We use that to clean up nuclear waste sites because it's so beneficial at pulling up all those other micro contaminants in the soil, which is also why I will say certain testing does matter. Things like contaminants could be coming up from the ground, could be in the plant, but that's why we use that as industrial hemp rather than using it as something we could sell to the public.
Follow up?
Yes, follow up. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Would you agree that issue 2 as passed, well, although the will of the voters, still there are aspects of it that could be cleaned up and changed by this body? And are there, I'll leave it at that.
I would agree that there could be compromises, but I think issue 2 as it stands is a good bill. I think issue 2 as it stands, when you start looking at it in comparison to other states that have both adult use, recreational, which for some reason in the regulations that we have currently, that's not allowed to be said in the dispensary. You have to say adult use, not recreational. I think there's compromises that could be made, but generally speaking, I think that issue 2 is pretty middle of the road for most states that have both recreational and medical.
Follow up?
One follow-up, yes. On hemp, though, you do agree, I think, according to your testimony, that the synthetic
Yes.
is something that should be regulated by the state.
So I would argue synthetic, along with certain remediation processes within the legal market, should be addressed. And that's where I feel like we should be going in with experts, education, and a scalpel rather than a guy with a lumberjack and a chainsaw